Are you making these shocking leadership mistakes? I want to help you today not make these mistakes. And if you're making them, then to reverse them. I think the worst mistake I ever made in my ministry pastoral life of 30 years was actually employing the wrong person, bringing a pastor from outside our church onto our team. Nothing wrong with bringing a pastor from outside your church onto your team, but I chose the wrong guy. It was a terrible mistake, and it had a detrimental effect on our church for a number of years when we uncovered some behavior of his that was unconscionable, immoral, and terrible. And I regret that mistake. And I want to help you today not make these shocking leadership mistakes. And I call them shocking because in my 13 years of consulting, I've discovered pastors making these mistakes, and I literally have been shocked by what I've seen. The first one, I've discovered that pastors work way too many hours. They expend all their energy over 6 or 7 days. Some pastors I've found working 7 days a week, not taking a break, not taking a Sabbath, not taking a breather. Some pastors working 6 days a week, burning the candle, both ends, early in the morning, late into the evening, preparing their sermons on Saturday nights, kind of getting their day off interrupted by someone's special need that wasn't really a very urgent special need. I've been shocked by this. So my question to you today, are you making this leadership mistake, Pastor? Are you getting enough rest? When you're with your family, are you actually present with them? When you're hanging out with your friends, are you there? Do you have enough emotional energy to really engage and really put into that friendship and that family occasion? Maybe you're working too many hours, and this shocking leadership mistake will lead you to exhaustion, possibly even burnout. So let me encourage you, get your downtime worked out. Get your day off worked out. Have a minimum of 3 weeks annual holidays every single year. And I mean 3 weeks, not a missions trip, not coming back. Oh, I've had 1 Sunday off. Maybe I could have 2. I'll come back on the 3rd Sunday. No. Train your leaders in your church to cope without you being there for 3 weekends. If your church cannot cope with you being away for 3 Sundays, something is terribly wrong in your leadership development and your training of your people. Don't make this shocking leadership mistake of working way too many hours, not having good downtime, not having a good holiday every year. The second shocking leadership mistake, and again, I've been real here, these have shocked me when I found this with pastors. Every now and again in a consult, I'd do the nasty consultant thing. I'd actually ask a pastor, can I have a look at your calendar, at your diary, whether it's a paper diary or whether it's a phone calendar? May I have a look at it? And what I do is I don't look back, I look forward. And I look over the next 2 or 3 months through that diary and calendar. And what I'm looking for is who's in control of this pastor's life. If it's empty, I know that that pastor is not in control of his diary. Someone else is determining his agenda. Someone is determining his priorities because he hasn't got his priorities in his diary. When I was pastoring, and still to this day, I live by my calendar, by my diary. And the thing I used to do when I was a pastor, and I do it similar, but it's a different life as a consultant. The thing I used to do is I'd get into my diary and I'd write in my reflection times for the year. Every 6 weeks, I would carve off 2 to 3 hours of reflection time, of sitting, analyzing, dreaming, visioning, thinking, planning, asking myself questions, writing notes, reflecting on conference notes I've been to, a whole variety of activities. I actually take a day to do it now every 3 months in my consulting life. But if I don't see a reflection time in a pastor's diary, I know they're not spending enough time thinking. Where's the sermon prep time? Hopefully it's not there in the diary on Saturday night, robbing the family of your presence to prep a sermon on Saturday night. Look, if you're bivocational, you might need to do that, but I'd be encouraging to go Monday night, Tuesday night for that activity rather than a Saturday night. Where's the time in your diary to catch up with your key leaders? See, if you are intentionally doing this, putting this into your diary and working the other things in your diary around these essential elements of pastoral leadership, reflection, preparing content for sermons and leadership meetings, getting together with your key leaders, training, coaching, mentoring them in a consistent way. If those big rocks aren't in your diary and calendar, well, honest, I'm shocked, because I'm not sure you're ever going to get to them in an appropriate, right way at the right time. Hey, thanks so much for joining me on the YouTube channel. Please leave me a comment. What do you think are some leadership mistakes that pastors and church leaders make? Hey, also, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I really appreciate the fact that you're on the YouTube channel. And if you're really struggling with your leadership mistakes, why don't you book a discovery call with me? There's a link right down there in the description. Book a 15-minute discovery call with me. Have a chat. It won't hurt. And I may be able to help you even into a more effective leadership life than what you've currently got. Well, let's jump into the third shocking leadership mistake. And as I've said multiple times already, I have been shocked in my consulting life. And there have been times when I've turned up to churches in the first year or two where I thought, well, I don't think I can help these guys. They're doing so well. But after a day or so, I thought, you know what? I think I can help them in this particular area. They're doing a lot of great things, but I think I can help boost in that area. And I think every church leader needs help. Every church pastor, every church needs occasionally help, even when they're doing super well. But I have been shocked again and again and again. And the third thing that has shocked me, the third leadership mistake that I'm highlighting today, is I find pastors ignoring their department leaders. Now, I don't think this is through a lack of love or care. I don't think this is even intentionally that they do this, but I often find that a pastor hasn't sat down with their children's leader or their worship leader. And I'm talking about the person who runs the worship department or the children's department or the youth department or the new people's or small groups department. They haven't sat down with them for 3 months. In some cases, they can't remember the last time they sat down and had a good hour conversation with them, of coaching them, training them, mentoring them, supervising them, doing a catch up on what are their goals for this year, doing a bit of a review, helping them problem solve, helping them sort out some of the challenges they've got. I've been shocked by this, that I don't know how you can effectively lead a church without actually spending key time with, I think, the most important leaders in your church, which are those who are running departments. Are you making this shocking leadership mistake? Because it will have a detrimental effect on the health of your church and certainly on the morale of your leaders. So get that into your diary, get that into your calendar, pastor. Church leader, if you find your pastor is not hanging out with you and you're leading a department in your church, why don't you initiate this with your pastor? Give them a call and say, hey, can I catch up with you every 6 weeks, just 45 minutes, and talk about what's going on? And I think you could really help me. And I want to do a brilliant job with the young people in our church, but I need your help and your supervision, your coaching. Could you do this for me? Why don't you initiate that? If your pastor is not a proactive sort of leader, don't just kind of go, oh, well, too bad. No, be proactive yourself, initiate it. I hope that if you're making any of these shocking leadership mistakes, that, you'll start to reverse these things. But also book a discovery call with me today and let's have a bit of a chat about your church.